Good day to you, and you can call me Arthur Twiggs. Welcome back to my ongoing series on the Flare Network. My show today is on Understanding the Flare Network 103 and how do you make money on the Flare Network. As a matter of fact, I think that this is why we are all here. As I began the research on how to make money on the Flare Network, I did not truly understand how Flare adds value to your crypto. Hopefully, after the next 20 minutes or so, we will all have a much clearer picture. Having said that, I am not a financial advisor. The content in my YouTube videos is for educational purposes only and merely cite my personal opinions. On our journey together, we're all trying to figure this thing out. How in the world do average folks like you and me make money on the Flare Network? I'll discuss 3 different ways when I return. So, how do we make money on the Flare Network? Well, the official technical explanation is Flare brings together the value of the non-Turing complete tokens with the transformative power of smart contracts on network that can scale for value as well as transaction throughput. Wow, that sounds amazing, but just how do you make money? Okay, to be honest, I got a little nauseous after my first 15 minutes of research. What have I gotten myself into? Trying to explain something complicated to average folks like me and you. But then I realized we know more than we think we do. If you've seen my previous 2 videos, Flare Network 101 and 102, then this complicated official explanation should make some sense. If you have not, I wish you the best of luck. Let's keep a sense of humor here. And if you hadn't, really, you should go back and see Flare Series number 101 and 102. Flare is the world's first Turing-complete federated Byzantine agreement network. The Flare network integrates the Ethereum virtual machine and does not derive safety from a token. On top of the Flare network is built a protocol to safely enable the trustless issuance, usage, and redemption of digital currencies like XRP, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and Stellar. Once on the Flare network, your digital currency begins to work for you. The Flare network's protocol is called an F-asset. The Flare network's F-asset protocol is extendable to any Turing incomplete token like Stellar, Dogecoin, Litecoin, or XRP. Bitcoin is also Turing incomplete token. So when any Turing incomplete token is minted on the Flare network and becomes an F-asset, then trustless interoperability with other networks is possible. XRP can communicate to Stellar, Dogecoin can talk to XRP, and Litecoin to Dogecoin. The Flare network is a utility fork. That's a pretty simple way to look at it. A regular fork normally takes a user's base out of the existing network, like the XRP ledger, and then departs entirely from that network. In comparison, a utility fork, like the Flare network, is intended to bring value back to the original chain instead of moving value away from it. When the Flare network is launched, your participating digital currency can be minted by the Flare network and become an F-asset, and these F-assets are represented by Spark tokens or FLR. In how to make money on the Flare network, we'll use XRP as our sample digital currency. Here's a very interesting tidbit that points to the core mission of the Flare network. There is written into the Flare network's constitution a bylaw that the Flare network must be wound down and all Spark tokens held by the Foundation burned if the Spark token holders agree that its existence is no longer beneficial to the original network. That means that voting rights come once your digital currency has been minted as Spark. The users govern the Flare network. That said, here are 3 basic ways that the Flare network can make you more money on your participating digital currency, whether it be XRP, Stellar, Dogecoin, or Litecoin. Number 1, you can loan your Spark tokens to earn money. Number 2, you can stake your crypto to the Flare network to earn passive income from the Flare Time Series Oracle. And number 3, you can make money on decentralized financial applications. Currently, there are 6 DeFi apps on the Flare network. There will ultimately be hundreds and quite possibly thousands of ways for your digital currency to earn more. So let's get started breaking this all down. Number 1, you can loan your Spark tokens out and earn money as a Spark token holder. When a Spark token holder lends Spark, they are known as the agent. And as the agent, they may lend Spark to an originator who borrows the Spark to program a smart contract. So let's use XRP for an example. This is how agents and originators are incentivized to act and work on the Flare network. Once your XRP has been converted into FXRP, you are providing collateral to the XRP system, and that FXRP becomes a Spark token which can be used in a collection of smart contracts on the Flare network. In my example, an originator needs to borrow XRP from an agent for the programming of a smart contract. Now, the Flare network stipulates that you must have capital reserves in case the agent reneges on their promise at a later date to send back the XRP to the originator. The Flare network is setting a 2.5 collateral ratio for that, which means that if the agent has 500 XRP, then the agent could only lend out 200 FXRP. So for 500 in XRP value, they could only lend out 200 FXRP. The originator wants to borrow 200 XRP. The originator is probably going to use this in a smart contract, and they need the ability to program the smart contract using XRP. And this is where the FXRP is just a bridge to the XRP ledger. The Flare network pairs up, let's say you, the agent, and the originator, and the Flare networks give instructions to the originator to give the agent 200 XRP on the XRP ledger. So, the originator sends the 200 XRP to the ledger, plus a set creation fee. The creation fee is what you and the agent will get for participating in the Flare network. The majority of the revenue for you comes from the creation fee. When you receive the creation fee and the 200 XRP on the ledger, the Flare network knows the originator did their part and then will give the originator the 200 FXRP. At any time, the originator would be able to redeem the FXRP for the XRP on the XRP ledger. When the originator has fulfilled the smart contract, they will notify Flare, and then Flare will let the agent know that the originator would like to collect on the lending contract. The Flare system will then issue a set of instructions to the agent telling them how much XRP to send and where, along with the 2 XRP ledger number, deadlines by which the transaction must be completed. So that's how agents and originators are incentivized to act on the Flare network. Are you ready for a commercial break yet? So, we've discussed how you as an agent can lend your assets to an originator to make creation fees on the Flare network. So that covers number 1, lending and earning creation fees. Number 2, you can stake your crypto to the Flare network to earn passive income from the Flare Time Series Oracle. The Flare network is built to be decentralized blockchain. However, for the smart contracts on the network to function properly, it has to rely on external price data that may be centralized. Getting and aggregating external pricing data onto blockchains and remaining decentralized has been a problem for all. So the Flare network created the Flare Time Series Oracle to solve the problem. The Flare Time Series Oracle is a decentralized on-chain mechanism that provides externally sourced data estimates to the Flare network in a decentralized manner. According to the Flare network, a time series refers to a specific data feed, like the current price of XRP, that has already been processed by the Flare Time Series Oracle, FTSO as an acronym. This is a data point now available for use by smart contracts. The Spark XRP price is updated at regular and prescribed time intervals, thus resulting in a time series. The price is updated by taking price estimates from both holders of Spark and XRP. By virtue of holding either FXRP or Spark, both of these groups have an implicit stake in the system or an incentive to act honestly. Accurate pricing maintains the system's integrity and utility, and the holders are rewarded for their help in gathering accurate external pricing data. If your provided estimate is close enough to the Oracle output, then the reward is earned. For a price data estimate to be considered accurate, the feed must be in the median 50% of all price data estimates for each given federated time series Oracle closure, which happens on a per-minute basis. This allows participants to actively gain Spark and incentivizes them to provide great estimates. Thus, the Flare Time Series Oracle acts as an inflation mechanism for the network, increasing the Spark token supply and rewarding holders who provided good estimates to the FTSO. All F assets, which are FXRP, FLTC, FDOGE, FXLM, and Spark holders alike will contribute price data estimates to the Flare Time Series Oracle. Spark holders may also delegate their detachable vote to the Flare Time Series Oracle to contribute to the decentralization of external pricing feeds, and these Spark holders will receive additional rewards. Voting power also comes with your Spark. Unlike inflation in traditional markets, where the rate is controlled by a central bank, the inflation rates of Spark will be a governance parameter set by the holders of Spark. The Spark inflation rate is set to start at 10%. 6 months after launching the Flare network, the inflation rate going forward will be determined by a governance vote. And now, the third way to make money on the Flare network is from Decentralized Financial Applications, otherwise known as Dapps. According to Coinbase.com and their beginner's guide to decentralized finance, cryptocurrency wants to make money and payments universally acceptable to everyone. And decentralized finance takes that a step further by offering a global, open alternative to every financial service you use today. That can include, but is not limited to, savings, loans, trading, insurance, and more, accessible to anyone with a smartphone and internet connection. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, is a form of finance that does not rely on intermediaries such as brokerages, exchanges, or banks to offer traditional financial instruments. Decentralized finance instead utilizes smart contracts on a blockchain or peer-to-peer network. Decentralized finance is now possible on smart contract blockchains like the Flare network. Smart contracts are programs running on the blockchain that can execute automatically without a third party when certain conditions are met. These smart contracts enable developers to build far more sophisticated functionality than simply sending and receiving cryptocurrency. There are a few main categories of decentralized finance that would be lending and borrowing, DEX, derivatives, payments, and assets. Lending and borrowing are the most popular use cases of DeFi. It is an extremely popular way that users can earn cryptos from lending and borrowing DeFi protocols. And decentralized apps, or Dapps, are the programs running on the blockchain that enable these decentralized financial transactions. You can think of a Dapp as an app that is built on a decentralized technology like the Flare network, rather than being built and controlled by a single centralized entity or company like Apple. A Dapp cuts out the middleman. A Dapp asks, why pay for a company to provide a ride-sharing service like Uber when you could use an app that connects you to the riders directly and doesn't take a cut? That's the promise of Dapp according to Decrypt.com. So, decentralized applications, Dapps, are like normal apps, but the key difference is that they run on a peer-to-peer network such as a blockchain, meaning that no one person or entity has control of the network. Here are some of the benefits of a Dapp. They are censorship resistant. Since they have no single point of failure, it is very difficult for government or powerful individuals to control the network. Relying on a peer-to-peer network guarantees the Dapps continue to work even if individual computers or parts of the network goes down. Cryptocurrencies are easily integrated into the basic functionalities of Dapps, and this encourages development of the Dapps with more useful and interesting functions. In 2020, the Dapp transaction volume hit $12 billion, with a recent increase of $4.5 billion over the previous quarter, a period of a few months, not a year. I would have to say wow on that number, which is amazing and points to the tremendous future of these applications. So, how do Dapps relate to the Flare network? Well, a wholly separate company, Flare Finance, has already built 6 decentralized applications, or Dapps, onto the Flare network, which will be ready to go approximately 30 days after the Flare network is launched. These initial Dapps created by Flare Finance include trading, yield farming, staple currency, loans, insurance, and yield mining. So, today we've discussed 3 ways the Flare network makes more money for your participating cryptocurrency. You can loan your smart tokens. You can stake your crypto to the Flare network to earn passive income from the Flare Time series article. And decentralized applications on the Flare network will work to make your crypto more money for you. On my next episode of Understanding the Flare network for average folks like me, we'll take a deep dive into Flare Finance and see how the decentralized applications they've created prior to the Flare network launch will work. What can Flare Finance do for you and for me? I'd love to hear your thoughts about these 3 ways to make money on the Flare network. It's a group effort for us on this journey. Let's figure this out together. I have to say, I'm no longer nauseous. I am actually beginning to understand this Flare network just a little bit. I'm so excited. My mind just can't stop. I really want to know all of the answers. Please tell your friends and family to join in, and be sure to subscribe. Hit the like button and the alarm button to be notified of future shows. Thanks so much for watching.